Before colonial rule, Nigeria didn't exist. Not on any map, not in any empire, not in any mind. Before the name, before the borders, before the flag. This land was something else entirely. A land of powerful kings, sacred traditions, brilliant civilizations, and rival empires that rose and fell. So the real question is, if Nigeria didn't exist, what did? The land before a name, long before the word Nigeria was ever spoken. This land was alive, stretching from the dense rainforest in the south to the vast savannas of the north. It was home to humans as far back as 13,000 years ago. In a place now called Iwo Eleru, ancient remains tell a story of early humans who lived, hunted, and survived here long before civilization took shape. But then, something changed. Around 1500 BC, a mysterious people emerged in central Nigeria. They are known today as the Nok Civilization. They were among the first in Africa to master iron smelting. They created terracotta sculptures, faces with detailed expressions, hairstyles, emotions, art that felt alive. But here's the mystery. The Nok people vanished. No written records, no clear explanation, just silence. And yet, they were only the beginning, because after them, kingdoms began to rise. The age of kingdoms. In the southwest, a city emerged that would become legendary. Ife, not just a kingdom, but a sacred city. According to Yoruba belief, Ife was where the world itself began, where gods descended, and humans were created. But Ife wasn't just myth, it was real and powerful. The people of Ife created bronze and brass sculptures so realistic they stunned even European explorers centuries later. Faces with perfect symmetry, lifelike detail, and unmatched craftsmanship. It was a civilization of art, spirituality, and political order. And from Ife, another empire would rise. The Oyo Empire, built on power, built on strategy, built on control. Oyo wasn't just a kingdom, it was a military machine with cavalry forces, organized governance, and influence stretching across vast regions. They controlled trade routes, they dominated rivals, they enforced order. But even the strongest empires don't last forever. Because in the forests to the east, another kingdom was rising, the kingdom of Benin, a civilization of wars, kings, and art that would shock the world. Benin City was surrounded by massive earthworks, some of the largest man-made structures of their time, long before modern engineering. They built defenses that stretched for miles. But what made Benin truly legendary were its bronze plaques and sculptures. They told stories of kings, of warriors, of rituals, of power. The Oba Benin's king was not just a ruler, he was divine. Every aspect of life revolved around him: order, authority, tradition. But beyond the forests, in the north, a different kind of power was forming. The northern empires near Lake Chad. An empire rose that would last for centuries. The Kanem-Bornu Empire. This was a kingdom of trade, strategy, and endurance. They connected North Africa to Sub-Saharan Africa. Gold, salt, horses, knowledge, everything flowed through them. And then came the Hausa city-states, Kano, Katsina, Zaria, each one a center of commerce and Islamic learning, bustling markets, skilled craftsmen, scholars and traders. Islam spread through these lands not by force at first, but through trade and influence. It shaped governance, law, culture. But then, in the early 1800s, a man would rise, a scholar, a reformer, a revolutionary. He launched a jihad that would transform the region, and from it came the Sokoto Caliphate. It became one of the largest empires in Africa, uniting vast territories under Islamic rule, creating structure, law, and centralized authority. For the first time, large parts of northern Nigeria were connected under a single system. But while empires rose inland, something was happening along the coast, something that would change everything. In 1472, ships appeared on the horizon, foreign, unknown, different. They were Portuguese explorers. At first, they came for trade, gold, pepper, ivory. But soon, they wanted something else. People. The transatlantic slave trade began, and coastal cities like Calabar, Bonny, and Badagry became major hubs. Millions were taken, families torn apart, kingdoms destabilized, societies changed forever. Some local leaders participated, others resisted, but no one escaped the impact. And with the Europeans came something else, Christianity. Now, two powerful religions existed side by side, Islam in the north, Christianity spreading in the south. The land was no longer just shaped by its own people, but by outsiders. And those outsiders had bigger plans, the creation of Nigeria. By the 19th century, Britain had begun to take control, step by step. Lagos was seized in 1851. Trade became domination. Influence became rule. Politicians deviated share. Most of the region was under British control. And then came the moment that changed everything. 1914. The British made a decision, not based on culture, not based on history, not based on identity, but on administrative convenience. They merged the northern and southern protectorates into one and gave it a name, Nigeria. A name created by a British journalist, inspired by the Niger River. Different peoples, different religions, different systems, forced into one entity, not because they were one, but because it was easier to control them that way. Here's the twist. Nigeria wasn't built from unity. It was built from division, stitched together. The north had emirates and Islamic law. The southwest had powerful kingdoms. The southeast had decentralized communities. They didn't share a single identity. They didn't share a single history. Yet suddenly, they were one country. So when people ask, why is Nigeria so complex? Why are there tensions? Why does unity feel fragile? The answer is hidden in its origin. Nigeria was never meant to be simple. Before Nigeria, there were empires. Before the borders, there were nations. Before the name, there were identities. Nigeria didn't erase those histories. It inherited them, all of them. And maybe to understand Nigeria today, you have to go back to a time before Nigeria ever existed. If you want more deep, untold stories like this, subscribe to Dark History File and stay curious, because some truths are too powerful to stay hidden.